Welcome to all the BSc first year students. Semester first. We are today we are discussing regarding the new class, that is rhodophycy. In the last class we have seen that is sargassum, in which we have studied that is the thallus structure, reproduction, and its graphical life cycle, a representation of life cycle of sargassum. So, in that we have to be discuss a thallus structure is very important. Then reproduction, sexual reproduction in sargassum, all these things. There is male reproductive body and female reproductive body. Fertilization, after fertilization, how the zygote is germinated, and then there is a formation of a new sargassum plants. All these things you have seen in last class. Today we are going to dealing about class rhodophycy, or it is also commonly known as red algae. For your syllabus, I have mentioned only one example, that is Batrachospermum. Batrachospermum. It is one of the most advanced alga which belongs to the class rhodophycy. Here also, by discussing the life cycle of Batrachospermum, we have to be discuss stepwise, that is classification, occurrence, thallus structure or plant body, structure of plant body, then reproduction, both, that is asexual and sexual method. So these things are essential while explaining the life cycle of a particular alga. So before going to discuss the details regarding the classification, structure and reproduction, I have to remember here certain important key points while learning any one example of alga. So there will be a 20 marks questions in examination. Either they will be asked, give a detailed accounts of life cycle or structure and reproduction in Batrachospermum. At that time, they have to be write all these things. But sometimes there may be a 10 marks questions. Give a detailed accounts on thallus structure of Batrachospermum. Thallus structure of Batrachospermum, or sometimes they will be asked what is how the sexual method of reproduction take place in Batrachospermum. How the sexual method of reproduction take place in Batrachospermum, or asexual, or they will be asked 10 marks questions, that is asexual method of reproduction, that is monospores, formation of monospores. So these things will be asked for 20 marks and 10 marks questions. Then another important aspect here is there is a great possibility to be asked, I think maybe 10 marks or 5 marks question. What is cystocar? What is cystocar? Their structure, development and formation of carpospores. Carpospores. So these things are sometimes they may be asked directly. Give a detailed accounts on post-fertilization changes in case of Batrachospermum. Instead of cystocar, they will be asked post-fertilization changes in case of Batrachospermum. So this is the way they will be asked questions, 20 marks, 10 marks and 5 marks. So while explaining the life cycle of Batrachospermum or red alga, it is also known as red alga. So here to be explained classification. Then after classification, so here it belongs to the class Rhodophycy or class Rhodophycy, order Nemalicales, and family Batrachospermaceae and genus Batrachospermum. So why it is known as red alga? Why it is known as red alga? Because along with chlorophyll pigments, these algae or the algae which belongs to the class Rhodophyceae, the algae which have been kept in the class or group Rhodophyceae, they have a excess amount of red pigment, that is phycocyanin and phycoerythrin. Phycocyanin and phycoerythrin. Due to the presence of excess amount of phycoerythrin pigments, they appears red in color. Therefore, they are known as red algae. Red algae. So you have to remember why these algae have been called as red algae, because they have a excess amount of phycoerythrin and phycocyanin pigments. Due to this, they appear red in color, or they are known as red algae. So this is the key point you have to remember. Then another important point while remembering in this example or clause, that is there is a most of the species are freshwater forms. Even though they are advanced one, they are freshwater forms. For example, in India, there are about 5 species have been recognized. 5 species have been recognized. In that, the most available, most of the in that is Batrachospermum monoliforme is one of the most important genus found in India. So these are the 5 species, and all these 5 species are freshwater forms. So in that, the Batrachospermum is the most advanced, and it belongs to the Rhodophyceae. So that point you have to remember. And another important point of while remembering the thallus structure, it is a freshwater alga. Generally, their locality they are found in river, pond, ditches. Again, on the basis of their depthness, on the basis of depthness, they maybe if they are found in shallow water, if they are in deep in conditions, again there will be variation in their colors. Details will be discussed later. So this is about their occurrence when explaining the occurrence of the Batrachospermum. Then body structure, the thallus structure of Batrachospermum. It is advanced alga, which will be differentiated into main axis and lateral branches. Main axis के बारे में main axis च्या बाबतीमध्ये आपल्याला डिटेल्स मध्ये लिहावं लागेल. Then nodes and internodes, they have to be explained. Nodes and internodes. Then branches of limited growth, branches of unlimited growth, cell structure of branches of unlimited growth and branches of limited growth. Then what type of cells are there of branches of limited growth? What type of cells are there? What type of cells of the main axis is there? So all these things have to be explained while explaining the thallus structure of Batrachospermum. So the cells of branches of limited growth are in the form of bedded in structure, bedded monoliform. So therefore, the whole plant body of Batrachospermum is in the form of monoliform bedded-like structures. On that basis, we can confirm it is a Batrachospermum. So this is one of the important points. And again, here another important characteristics while explaining the Batrachospermum. Here, the male reproductive body is known as spermatangium, and the gametes which are produced by Batrachospermum are non-motile. They are known as spermatia. And oogonium is known as carpogonium. So the female reproductive body is having another name, and after after fertilization. So again, one of the important point you have to remember in case of heterospermum is male reproductive body is known as spermatogenesis, male gamete is known as spermatia, carpogonium, female reproductive carpogonium. Then after fertilization, the zygote which is formed enters into post-fertilization changes, and due to the post-fertilization changes, whatever the body which is formed after post-fertilization changes, that is a diploid body which is known as cystocarp, and that whatever the changes take place after fertilization is known as post-fertilization changes, and that is a very big aspects of bacteriospermum, how the fruiting body is formed, what is the structure, development of cystocarp, carpospores, then maturation, structure, and the release of carpospores, and after release of carpospores, from that new Bacterium bacteriospermum is formed. How the new bacteriospermum is formed? So you have to remember, you should not be confused with the Bacteridium and bacteriospermum. Bacteridium comes under Xanthophyceae, class Xantho. Bacteridium comes under Xanthophyceae, and bacteriospermum comes under Rhodophyceae. So these are some of the important things you have to remember. That is occurrence, thallus structure, different parts of the thallus, main axis, lateral branches, branches of limited growth, branches of unlimited growth, cell structure of branches of limited growth, cell structure of main axis, and branches of unlimited growth. Then how the reproduction take place, how the sexual method of reproduction take place, how the asexual method of reproduction take place, formation of male and female reproductive bodies, formation of male and female gametes, after formation of male and female gametes, fertilization, zygote, from that zygote, post-fertilization changes take place, and these post-fertilization changes are nothing but development of cystocarp, structure of cystocarp, development of cystocarp, in that cystocarp, how the carpospores are formed, and the release of carpospores, and after release of carpospores, from that how new bacteriospermum is formed. So this is the details regarding the study of life cycle of bacteriospermum. Already I have told that how these what are the important aspects of bacteriospermum. Tomorrow in the next class we are dealing about one by one, that is structure, classification, occurrence, thallus structure and reproduction. Okay, thank you.